Greetings from our channel again. Shirley MacLaine was a Hollywood icon and a celebrity who was always looking for a greater purpose in life in addition to being a brilliant actress. Over the course of her more than 70-year career, Shirley has solidified her status as one of the most captivating and adaptable actors in movie history. However, beneath the vibrant roles is a life filled with highs and lows, turbulent love affairs, and a continuous spiritual quest. Shirley enthralled viewers with both her personal narrative and her outstanding flicks. A story about perseverance, overcoming obstacles, and turning traumatic events into inner strength. Shirley MacLaine has always exemplified the attitude of a strong, dynamic woman who never gave in to life's obstacles, from her early days in Hollywood to becoming one of the biggest names in film. Join us as we examine Shirley MacLaine's remarkable life and journey. If you admire her, is a soul that never stops looking for the truth and a greater purpose in every stage of her life. Early life. Shirley MacLaine was born Shirley MacLaine Beatty in Richmond, Virginia, on April 24, 1934. She was raised in a family that was deeply involved in education and the arts. Ira Owens Beatty, her father, taught psychology and worked as a school administrator and real estate agent. Ira had a strong intellectual foundation, but his job was erratic, which caused the family to struggle financially. Shirley and her younger brother Warren Beatty, who would go on to become a well-known Hollywood star, were raised in a culturally diverse setting by their mother, Kathleen Corinne MacLean, a theater teacher. The family moved frequently, from Richmond to Norfolk, Arlington, and Waverly, as a result of her father's precarious employment. Before returning to Arlington. In addition to making Shirley's childhood unsettled, these frequent moves gave her a strong sense of independence. She once said that because of her itinerant existence, she turned to artistic endeavors like acting and dance in an attempt to find stability. MacLean, who was named after the well-known child star Shirley Temple, had a strong love for the performing arts, especially ballet, from an early age. She had a serious health issue early on, with weak ankles that made it difficult for her to walk and sometimes caused her to stumble. When she was just 3 years old, her mother responded by enrolling her in ballet courses at the Washington School of Ballet in the hopes that the training would help her physical condition. Although dancing began as a way for Shirley to get over a physical constraint, ballet soon became her love and gave her access to a wider range of creative expression. She developed a strong commitment to dancing and never skipped a class, proving that she had the will and tenacity to succeed despite adversity. Shirley gradually understood, nevertheless, that her height and physique did not fit the exacting standards of professional ballet. She moved into acting as a result of this. Shirley went to Washington Lee High School after her family moved to Arlington. There she soon rose to prominence as a performer in school plays. Thanks to her self-assurance and acting prowess, she not only performed brilliantly in school plays but also became well known as a cheerleader. Her success in theater and movies was largely a result of her high school experiences. Early career. Shirley MacLaine's career began with a string of unanticipated opportunities that led to considerable success while being difficult. Shirley made the audacious decision to travel to New York to try her luck on Broadway the summer before her senior year at Washington Lee High School. Shirley first got little parts in Oklahoma's Chorus Line, but her big break came when she was cast as Carol Haney's understudy in The Pajama Game. In May 1954, Shirley's life took a drastic change when she was asked to fill in for Haney after she hurt her ankle during a matinee performance. The well-known comedian Jerry Lewis was impressed by Shirley's performance and suggested that Hal B. Wallace, the producer for Paramount Pictures, attend her evening show. Shirley's career had a significant turning point when Wallace saw her potential right away and signed her to a 5-year contract, exposing her to the film industry. In 1955, Shirley made her cinematic debut in the lead part of The Trouble with Harry, directed by Alfred Hitchcock. The movie received positive reviews from critics and won Shirley a Golden Globe for Best New Actress, despite not being a great box office hit. Shirley swiftly rose to fame in Hollywood thanks to her powerful, intelligent beauty and distinctive combination of sensuality and tomboyish attractiveness. She starred in a number of well-known movies after The Trouble with Harry, such as the 1958 adaptation of James Jones' novel Some Came Running. Shirley became a household name because to this movie, and she was nominated for her first Academy Award for Best Actress. She was popular in romantic comedies and tragedies due to her flexible playing style, particularly in movies like Irma la Dose, 1963, in which she co-starred with Jack Lemmon, and The Apartment, 1960. As one of Hollywood's leading actresses, Shirley's performance in The Apartment earned her another Academy Award nomination. Shirley MacLaine, who began her career as a young girl looking for opportunities on Broadway, soon rose to prominence as a leading star renowned for her vibrant and deeply relatable persona. Her early career was characterized by great success as well as a tale of tenacity, willpower, and the capacity to grasp opportunities in the face of adversity. Prosperous career. In addition to being a stunning actress, Shirley MacLaine's early career demonstrated her talent and tenacity. But not all of her roles were successful at the box office. Shirley played Charity Hope Valentine in Bob Fosse's 1969 film Sweet Charity, a girl who remains optimistic in spite of her recurrent romantic disappointments. With energetic musical moments that made an impression on viewers, her presentation was thrilling. Despite the movie's poor box office performance, Shirley's performance as Charity won her critical acclaim and demonstrated her range as an actress. In terms of popularity, Shirley's portrayal of Aurora Greenway in 1983 was the apex of her career. Shirley received an Academy Award for Best Actress for the picture, which examined the complex bond between a mother and daughter. Shirley had a remarkable performance that touched spectators with its depth and genuineness, and the part was a brilliant blend of sadness and humor. With Steel Magnolias, 1989, a movie about the ties of female friendship in a small community, Shirley once again dazzled with her range. She played the grumpy yet kind character of Louise Boudreau, skillfully blending melancholy and comedy. Shirley's reputation in the industry was further cemented when the movie became a huge blockbuster. In the decades that followed, Shirley's career showed no indications of slowing down, even though she had accomplished so much earlier. She played prominent parts in movies including Guarding Tests, 1994, In Her Shoes, 2005, and Postcards from the Edge, 1990. Shirley had a career durability that is uncommon in Hollywood, continuing to work in television and movies well into her 80s. Shirley MacLaine's varied acting technique helped her gain notoriety. She keeps pushing herself to play characters that are psychologically complicated. Shirley had an unparalleled ability to depict a wide spectrum of characters, from the lighthearted humor of the flat to the emotional intensity of phrases of adoration. She portrayed characters that ranged from strong and resilient to sensitive and fragile, constantly exploring new layers in each role she played. Shirley played a vibrant, upbeat character in Sweet Charity, even in the face of personal difficulties. In contrast, her portrayal of a harsh yet intensely emotional mother garnered her critical acclaim and cemented her as a force to be reckoned with when it comes to emotional expression. Shirley was renowned for her ability to create characters that were both funny and emotionally complex by skillfully fusing comedy and drama. She became a movie star because of her versatility and subtle performance. Having over 70 years of experience and numerous honors during her career, Shirley MacLaine enthralled audiences with her emotionally charged performances in both comedy and drama. Her abilities went beyond the screen, as she gained recognition for both her complicated personal life and her renowned acting career. Shirley's relationships, unusual marriage, and spiritual development gave her legacy even more mystery and portrayed her as an intriguing person off-screen as she was on. Personal life in 1954, Shirley MacLaine married Steve Parker, a film producer, and they were married for 28 years. But from the beginning, their friendship defied convention. In order to give themselves the freedom to pursue relationships outside of their marriage, they decided to keep their marriage open, without being constrained by duty or jealousy. Shirley claims that the special quality that kept their marriage together for so long was their respect for one another's personal space. Steve Parker developed his filmmaking career in Japan, where he worked primarily while residing there. Shirley, meanwhile, kept working as an actress in Hollywood. Their relationship became inherently impacted by the geographical distance. Despite their infrequent encounters, Shirley thought that their marriage endured because of their isolation from one another. She once said that they felt comfortable and free when they had personal space, which allowed them to keep their emotional ties without feeling confined. This open marriage did not, however, come without difficulties. They accepted Shirley's admission that they both had other relationships as a normal aspect of their original decision. However, the ongoing separation and lack of communication eventually weakened their emotional bond. According to Shirley, their relationship lost substance since they had separate lives and rarely spent time together. They chose to dissolve their marriage in 1982, although they continued to be close friends. Shirley acknowledged that Steve continued to play a significant role in her life and was always full of praise for him. Sachi, the sole child of Shirley and Steve's marriage, was born in 1956. Shirley and her daughter did not have a harmonious connection. While Shirley continued to work in the United States, Sachi spent the majority of her childhood with her father in Japan. Shirley insisted that she was always available by phone and that she never left her kid. But in her biography, Sachi talked about how growing up without her mother's constant presence made her feel alone and abandoned. She also explained that Paul, an astronaut, was actually her biological father, not Steve Parker, as Shirley had previously disclosed when Sachi was a young child. Shirley claimed that a large portion of this memoir was made up, which caused a great deal of controversy. After these disclosures, the mother and daughter's connection was ultimately restored and continued to develop in spite of earlier conflicts and tensions. Shirley MacLaine's unusual lifestyle and attitude of living outside of conventional society standards, including extramarital affairs, are reflected in the intricacy of her family life. Shirley MacLaine freely acknowledged that, while being married to movie producer Steve Parker, they gave each other the latitude to pursue relationships outside of their union without being constrained by conventional marital norms. Throughout their many years of dating, Shirley and Parker agreed on and upheld this shared idea of personal independence. Robert Mitchum, the renowned actor, was one of Shirley's most prominent partners. Their 3-year affair was characterized as passionate and complex, including both emotional distance and intensity. Shirley openly revealed in her autobiography that Mitchum was a complicated, erratic man who never showed emotion. He wasn't a person who was easily approached, but Shirley was captivated by this difference, sometimes keeping his actual emotions hidden. According to Shirley, Mitchum possessed a special fusion of subtly vulnerable and manly strength. Despite being married at the start of their affair, their love remained unaffected. Although Mitchum was reticent to show his emotions, Shirley sensed that they were admiring each other. During their journey, they had passionate moments and exchanged memories that will last a lifetime, as well as times when one reflects deeply on life. Despite the short-lived nature of the connection, Shirley was profoundly affected. Shirley had additional love connections with well-known personalities in politics and entertainment besides Mitchum. A famous affair included comedian Danny Kaye. Kaye was a charming man with a sophisticated sense of humor in addition to being a gifted entertainer. Vibrant partnership that left both parties with priceless memories. Shirley also had an affair with French singer and actor Yves Montand that affected her for a long time. Shirley found Montand to be a gruff, romantic artist with attributes that captivated her. Even though their relationship didn't last long, Shirley was able to feel the attraction of unconditional love during their brief time together. Shirley also had a significant relationship with Australian politician Andrew Peacock. Peacock, who was Australia's foreign minister at the time, became Shirley's trusted travel companion on numerous international visits. Shirley and Peacock remained close for many years, despite the fact that their relationship did not end in marriage. They experienced unique experiences together when traveling abroad, going to diplomatic functions, and learning about other cultures. Shirley recalled Peacock's noble and graceful manner with great fondness, seeing their relationship as the ideal fusion of friendship and love. Shirley saw love as more than a passing fad. It was a soul-to-soul relationship, with shared ideals and perspectives on life. Every relationship she had left behind priceless lessons and treasured memories. Shirley never felt remorse about any of her connections. Rather, she viewed them as opportunities for personal development and self-discovery. Shirley always respected and liked the men who had been in her life, even when some of them ended. She saw them as valuable friends on her lengthy life journey. Spiritual journey and self-discovery. In addition to her fame as a gifted actor, Shirley MacLaine is also a well-known deep thinker who has a strong interest in investigating the spiritual and paranormal facets of life. She wrote more than 14 novels that document her exploration of the spirit, the universe, and her colorful adventures, showcasing her remarkable writing abilities outside of her film career. Beginning with Don't Fall Off the Mountain, her debut memoir published in 1970, Shirley talked about her inner search for purpose in life in the entertainment business. Her views on reincarnation and supernatural events developed as a result of her global travels, and she was always questioning existence and humanity's place in the cosmos. Out on a Limb, 1983, one of Shirley's best-known pieces, explores her spiritual quest and paranormal encounters. She freely discussed in the book her belief that she had a previous existence in Atlantis and her experience with a 35,000-year-old spirit named Ramtha, who was channeled through the mystic Jay-Z Knight. Even though these encounters generated debate, they demonstrated Shirley's unquenchable curiosity and will to unravel the universe's secrets. Shirley's bravery in seeking a more profound spiritual path was demonstrated by her 500-mile solo trip on the Camino de Santiago, a spiritual journey in which she confronted both the universe and herself. Spiritual ideas were just one aspect of Shirley's investigation. She also became interested in UFOs and extraterrestrial life. She described multiple UFO encounters at her New Mexico ranch in her 2007 book Saging While Aging, which reaffirmed her fervent confidence in the presence of alien life. Shirley MacLaine was a fervent social and political activist in addition to her spiritual interests. She, along with her brother Warren Beatty, actively participated in George McGovern's 1972 presidential campaign. Shirley used her notoriety not only to back McGovern but also to actively participate in fundraising campaigns and deliver motivational speeches to young voters. During this period, she wrote a book called McGovern, The Man and His Beliefs, which showed how deeply involved she was in politics and how hopeful she was about social change. Shirley was a strong supporter of gender equality and women's rights. She continuously advocated for women's rights using her voice and power, particularly in the entertainment sector where women were frequently subjected to discrimination. Shirley thought that fostering a more equal environment for women was an essential first step in advancing the advancement of society as a whole. Through her numerous artistic, political, and spiritual endeavors, Shirley MacLaine not only made a name for herself as a gifted actor but also as a thoughtful individual who was fervently devoted to her beliefs. Beyond her well-known movies, her legacy also includes her spiritual tales, philosophy, and struggle for a better society. Present situation at 90 years of age, Shirley MacLaine continues to be creative and passionate about art, which has not diminished over the years. Her life today is a symphony of radiant memories from a 7-decade career, significant contributions to society and film, and a profound love for herself. Time may have passed, but Shirley refuses to remain motionless. She is getting ready to publish her most recent book, The Wall of Life, which is a unique compilation of more than 150 images from her life. These images capture moments of happiness, sadness, and the highs and lows she has encountered. They are more than simply priceless photographs from her early years to the present. In addition to her ongoing tireless efforts, Shirley is also working on a new film project called People Not Places. She continues to advance in her artistic career at an age when many would like to retire. As though she doesn't want to waste the gift of each day. Shirley frequently talks about how her early ballet training gave her strength and how those teachings taught her endurance, patience, and discipline, qualities that she has used throughout her life and work. Shirley now takes pleasure in her life and feels thankful and content. She reveals that her spirit is still strong, her health is solid, and she still meets up with old friends and works on her art. At this point in her life, Shirley views it as a beautiful chapter in which she can take stock of what she has accomplished while still clinging to the hope of the future. After so many years of living and giving her all, the calm and tranquility she now experiences might be the best present she has ever received. I appreciate you watching. To ensure you don't miss out on more fascinating content, remember to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Tell us what you think by leaving a comment. I'll see you in the upcoming video. Farewell.